Before we dive into the prompting part of this module, I want to have a quick look at Midjourney's versions. Because after version 4, version 5 was introduced and came with some very important changes. For example, version 5 can display more realistic individuals, and they fixed important things connected to that, like for example, they fixed the finger count. Individuals now typically have 5 fingers per hand and not 6 or more. So version 5 or newer are the most advanced models Midjourney offers now, and I also recommend to get started at least with version 5. However, Midjourney continuously improves the image generation model, and therefore with the latest version we get even sharper images and more details. This latest version now is called version 5.1. At the point in time when you're watching this video, there might be an even newer version. So 5.1 is the most advanced version, but it is displayed here in a different line on the slide. This has a reason, because version 5.1 is a so-called opinionated model. Midjourney's goal is to make image creation as easy as possible. Therefore, such an opinionated model simply means that the AI executes ideas based on shorter prompts. So you could say that the AI is more creative and tries to understand what you're looking for. This is actually great, and we will also use version 5.1 in this module now, because 5.1 is also the default model used in Midjourney at the moment. But if you want to be more explicit about what should be displayed on the image, if you don't want the AI to come up with creative ideas, instead you want to define all the details that should be part of the image on your own, then you can also jump back to an unopinionated model, which requires more detailed descriptions. Unopinionated models are version 4 and 5, for example. As mentioned, I recommend version 5 or newer. However, if you want to have the latest model changes, the latest updates, so sharper images, more details and so on, that were introduced with version 5.1, but you want to have an unopinionated model, then you can also use version 5.1 raw. So depending on your use case, this might be the best of both worlds. So you have the latest Midjourney model in an unopinionated way. So you provide all the details about what should be displayed. As mentioned, in this module, we'll use version 5.1 now, because in my opinion, it works really great. Still, I want to give you one example about the different outcomes that you get with the different versions based on this quite simple prompt. I just want to have a photo of an elephant walking through the desert. This is version 4 and it doesn't look too bad in my opinion, but it obviously lacks a lot of details. The desert looks very generic. You can immediately see that this is a generated image. With version 5, things changed significantly. Version 5 now renders very realistically looking images in my opinion. The desert is a lot more detailed, and this could be a real photo if you look at it at first sight. With version 5.1 raw, which is the next example now, we get even more details. We get more vibrant colors at first sight, so this could be a bit too artificial, depending on what you want. But the desert looks very realistic in my opinion. It comes with a lot of details, great shadows. Same thing applies to the elephant. Finally, version 5.1, not in the raw version, created this year. Also very detailed in my opinion, a great looking elephant, lots of awesome shadows. In this specific example here, personally, I think that 5.1 raw creates the better images. But as mentioned, this obviously depends on the prompt and what you want to display. So for this module, we'll stick to version 5.1. And I can tell you already, we will create amazing images with this version. For your personal projects and to play around, you can also have a look at version 5.1 raw or version 5 if you want to. So this is what the models are all about. We'll now select version 5.1 as mentioned, so you can check your settings and there make sure that 5.1 is selected. 5.1 is also the default model used in Midjourney now. With that, we are ready to explore prompting now.